It's time to go.
Things and
Yeah, as if
Good morning. Welcome to the Columbia Open Space meeting on Thursday, January 15th at 9 a.m.
And it sounds like you have someone coming in.
here,
I'll see her.
Yeah. You just.
Todd is here, but he doesn't help.
We have
yours, Paul.
Todd Shepherd and Paul Vader on Zoom.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not a quorum, or is it?
Okay,
4 out of 7, is that a quorum, or 5 out of 7?
okay. Are you taking minutes?
Yeah.
Good morning, guys. Can you hear me?
Hey,
Good morning.
you're back to Zooming, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jen's been sick, so I don't want to bring that to the meeting for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, the meeting is called to order. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of December 18, 2025.
So,
Okay, any additions, corrections? Additions? All in favor?
right.
Aye. Well, thank you. Okay. Todd, you audience citizens, Todd, do you have anything you want to contribute?
No, just wondering if there'll be a presentation from IMBA or Deep today.
I never know.
Okay.
Where's Tom? Do you know where Tom is?
Tom's on the road. No, I don't know. They were notified of the meeting. So maybe not. If they do come and there's an update on acquisitions, then I'll have to kick you out. But you can come back if you want. Okay. So, we have no updates to this point on acquisitions.
Have you talked to Honor or anybody about like Camp Laurel or anything or
The
anything?
last communication I had with Honor on Camp Laura is that everything's on go. We just need money. And so there are dealers out there all over the place for money, but so far we're still short.
You know about how much?
It was 250,000. I don't know if they cut that.
I think it's about 200,000.
Wow.
So that's a good chunk of change.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's petty change for the trust.
Well, you say that, but
Wow, what have they raised so far? A couple of $1 million?
Yeah, grants and
I don't know. TPA has sent out, bids for donations far and wide. But so far, we're still short. Because when you deal with TPL, you're dealing with a lot of competition for the money.
mm-hmm.
So, okay. So we'll just wait and see if our friends come through a little later and give us updates. In the meantime, oh, I know. The latest, and you sent me this thought, the River East, or on Camp Willow.
Hmm.
Where they put the bid out to all the towns that are serviced by River East to contribute to Camp Willow. So
Hmm.
they're working hard. Okay, old business. Planning and zoning, I've been tuned in on that since we lost our representative. And so far there's nothing to report.
Okay.
Okay. Pine Street parking lot is still in limbo. Salmon River Watershed Partnership. I sent out everyone the annual report, so you can read that for yourselves. I do have a report that Tom sent in about the Hot River Trail. As you know, we've been waiting, I don't know, 20 years, however long it is, to complete the Hot River Trail between Natchitoches and Flanders Road in Columbia. At the moment, you have to go off-road onto Route 66 East and onto Flanders Road in order to negotiate the gap. The bridge near Mackey's was completed long ago, but there's a bridge in Coventry, actually, at the end of Flanders Road that we need, and they need to refinish the trail. So, Tom Graff, who is a representative to the rail trail, reports that the Hot River Trail project in the area of Kings and Flanders Road, as of January 12th, from Bruce Donald of the Connecticut Greenways Council. Bruce Donald reports, and I quote, "We are now at 100% design, nearly through permitting, with the Army Corps of Engineers reviewing the final permit requirements. It should go to bid by summer of 2026 for a 2-year construction cycle. So late 2027 or 28 is the best guess for completion."
Now that's a new bridge.
It is now federally funded, estimated at more than $8 million.
$8 million?
Yes,
This is a bridge?
And this is,
bridge and the completion and finishing of the trail.
okay, okay. Mhm. Wow.
So I sincerely hope I not only live long enough, but I can still ride a bicycle across that section when it's done. So that's the report on that.
Yeah, I don't know if they're just gonna resurface the old bridge or whether they're gonna,
No, they're going to bring in with crane, a brand new bridge,
brand new bridge,
yes.
yeah. Yeah, that'd be easier than trying to fix the railroad bridge, yeah.
The current bridge, which you would cross at the peril of your life, actually is lovely. It has stone foundation from, the 1800s. But they redesigned it. I think it has the current one has, I believe, 3 pillars. And apparently that's not good for the river. And so they've designed it differently. So it's complete redesign, whole new construction. And they'll bring it in and pop it in place.
That would be fun to watch.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
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 It would. When they put the new bridge in Andover on Route 360, I went down and watched that. And it was this amazingly huge crane that stopped all the traffic on Route 6 as it crept along with this bridge. And they just lifted it up and right. It was quite interesting. And Andover had this amazing park. So we should definitely, if we live, have a party.
Oh,
Okay,
Something else about Hop River, just incidentally, in the next issue of the Views, Joan Hill has an article on some of the excavation that's gone on there at the mill, the Hop River Mill.
oh, yes, yes. Let's see, yes, in Columbia. Very good.
And that's under the heading of open space, I will let you know. Because I've seen the proof of the magazine.
Well, it's an open space parcel. And there's been so much archaeology going on there. It got all the attention, but it is the other half of the parcel is actually a nice piece of riparian corridor with nesting turtles and wildlife. And it's nice. And Tom McGrath keeps the small meadow mowed so that you can go down there and have a picnic on the river. And it's very nice. I've seen turtles and heron and hawks and coyote. Well, I didn't see the coyote, but I saw the sun. Oh, coyote. But very, very nice piece. That's why it's under the heading of open space. It is. Okay. Todd Shepherd, can you tell us anything new about Friends of Model Pond since you're a staunch member and officer?
we have not met for a couple of months, so it's been quiet, other than Eversource clearing, the power lines and done. It's really been clear cut back there, so it's changed the power line access, or down to the airline trail, but no updates. Just waiting to hear from IMBA and Deep and Trust for Public Land on next steps for the trail management plan.
How is the grant
I
for the invasive?
I talked to Paul Cardone this weekend.
Yes,
They've already submitted it. It's done.
yes.
I didn't know that. Because
Oh,
Tom
yeah.
didn't tell us last meeting.
No, we had some help. Paul's been on top of it and really didn't solicit much input from the friends group this year. We had this new woman, you probably know of, this grant writer that's assisted us for this grant, and it went very smoothly and submitted on time. But we have not heard back in terms of where we stand. We're more optimistic than ever before. This is our third year in applying for the grant, and keeping our fingers crossed. But no word yet on results.
He said it went much more smoothly with her help. She's a professional. What is her name? I always had trouble.
I asked first.
She's a professional grant writer though, so that was a big help.
Is she, did we hire her?
Her husband isn't her husband on conservation?
That's what who,
Oh, okay, Jenny.
Yeah, Jack.
Okay, gotcha. Yes, she's very good.
Yes, okay, all right.
Okay. I was recently appointed to the Columbia Lake Management Advisory Committee, LMAC. And they of course employ or retain a limnology group that studies the lake quite closely. And so I have been advocating that don't forget Mono Pond. That the limnologist needs to, that is actually employed by the town, needs to also take a look at Mono Pond, not just the lake, but the washes both in between. Anyway, yes, and so I will continue to jump up and down and make noises about that, so that perhaps we will get some attention and agreement, and maybe even some money. Anyway, okay. Trail maintenance, the only trails I've been on are the ugly trails, and they're in good shape. I don't know what Tom's been doing. Has anybody else been out on trails? Okay.
Yeah, I'm out on walking frequently, still out, Mono Pond State Park, and while a lot of trees have fallen, they've fallen in the right direction and not across. So
Good news.
It is good news. A lot of deadwood hanging over the trails. That concerns me as always, because it really does. And I'm not sure what we do about that. I guess it's Deep's responsibility, but there's a lot of standing deadwood hanging right over the trails that are frequently walked. So, but everything's in good shape. The flags remain, that everything that IMBA did flagging the trails. We had some people that were taking down some flags at one point, but all that remains. So everything's in good shape.
Good. Very good. Yes, this is the dead wood and the dying trees. It is a huge problem statewide because our forests are all mature, and they, for the most part, are unmanaged. There's been no forest management. They've just been allowed to grow. Since the farms have declined, it all goes back to forests. And the trees are approaching the 100 to 200 year mark. And trees, like people and everything else, have, uh, have a life expectancy. Unfortunately, hi Tom, welcome. Unfortunately, all the trees are the same age, because the forest was not managed. If the forest had been managed, they could get different ages. And so as the old ones fell, the new ones would grow. So all of our forests are falling on the trails.
And there's been no shortage of diseases, ash borer beetle. There's
And
seems like they're all
absolutely,
intact. And while we could take down a tree or two, it's the limbs that overhang the trails that are widow makers for anybody taking down those trees. So it would be quite an effort. So I can understand why they can't even
well,
get started.
we can't. And, the expense and the danger are just beyond all scope. Anyway, Tom McGrath just joined us. Tom, I reported already on the bridge on the Hot River Trail. So, did you have anything else that you wanted to add?
Okay. Moving
And
along.
Tom, you're muted.
Well, I think he's driving, so he's probably just listening. Anyway, Tom, let me know if you have anything to say. Okay, is there any other old business?
Well,
No. Okay, new business. For those of you who are online, I will get this article scanned and send it to you. But this, the town administrator, Mark Walter, gave me an article entitled Debunking the Myths about Voluntary Conservation Agreements. And it is an excellent article that explains what a conservation restriction is and how it can be applied to properties for both the benefit of the recipient as well as the donor or seller. So this is an excellent education tool, and I'm hoping to condense it and highly plagiarize it and get it into the Columbia Views as an education piece on open space and conservation. So I'll get, we have written copies here. Okay. And the easements cover both forest and farmland. They recently looked up open space. Well, the town actually acquired a property on Route 66, which was formerly owned by the Pekarsky Shutt family. And it has gone through, it's now Columbia's. However, there's no management plan for it. I don't know if the boundaries are marked. And I haven't walked on it since we began the process of acquiring it. So that was a while ago. So I think it would be wise for open space and or conservation commission to have a site walk, have a look at it, and make sure that when it was acquired, the boundaries were marked. It would also behoove us to work with the town and get a management plan in place for the various sections of this parcel. So more to follow on that. Okay, and the last item I have is the other action item we should be working on is riparian corridor conservation restrictions. Columbia does not have enough money and never will to protect all the riparian corridors in our town. Yet we have no public water supply, and we rely on the water in our town, both above and below ground, for all of our drinking water, as well as recreation and riparian corridors along streams and rivers are also wildlife corridors. And at the moment, inland wetlands has the only jurisdiction there. And I would like to have the Open Space Committee explore exactly what those regulations are and see how we can beef those up. So that's one of my goals for 2026, as well as investigating the Route 66 property.
Yeah, we have seen drafts of those restrictions, in terms of the setbacks and things. So what's the status of that draft set of regulations? Is that, who's sitting with that at this point? Is that a zoning issue or
Well, it's zoning and inland wetlands.
what's commission and town ordinance?
Isn't Ron on inland wetlands?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, well, he would be. a big-
And I've had a conversation with him, and I said, I was feeling him out to find out how Inland Wetlands Commission operates. What is their charge? What do they do? And he said they are completely regulatory. That they have their rules and regulations. They wait for permits and things to come in. And then they see that they match the current regulations. And they do sidewalks and things like that. But as they do nothing in education, and they do not look to update or they have not looked to update their regulations. in decades. So I thought it might be a good idea to stick our nose in it because it's becoming there's nothing you can do about Colonial Lake now. It's 100% developed, except for Camp Festival. So that's water under the bridge. But there are other areas that perhaps we could pursue. So, things to do in 2026. Does anyone else have any new business? Any thoughts, comments? Are you all ready to run screening into the night now that I've offered 2 projects? Okay. All right. Well, our friends apparently are not going to join us. Mark Walter is unavailable this morning, and he's not going to make the meeting. And unless we have any further new business, I just want to go into executive session for about 2 minutes. And okay. So let me see. I have to kick Todd out. Goodbye, Todd. I can't.
You're muted.
Hi.
Oh, they're letting an hour short. To adjourn?
No, we're going into
Go ahead.
executive session. Okay. Well, I move that we go into executive session at 9:34. Is there a second?
Did you shut off your,
Stop the recording.
Okay. No, I've got to get us into executive session. Okay, all in favor of going into executive session?
Yes.
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 Okay. Stop. Record. Now, I'll do.
We're coming out of 9:44.
Okay, we have just come out of executive session at 9:44. No business decisions, no motions. Nothing was decided. Okay. Okay, I move we adjourn.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Okay, we are adjourned at 9:44 a.m.
Mark, what is a bugle? Is that the article they made that?
Yeah, so Bugle is a magazine by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation.
Well,
So they're the equivalent of Trust for Public Lands. They